The man who led the Russia investigation has finally spoken in public. Special counsel Robert Mueller appeared before cameras today at a 9-minute news conference. He summed up his findings on Russian election interference and the Trump campaign, and on the president and obstruction of justice.
If we had had confidence that the president clearly did not commit a crime, we would have said so. We did not, however, make a determination as to whether the president did commit a crime.
Special counsel Robert Mueller broke his silence today to emphasize that his report did not clear President Trump of trying to obstruct the investigation. He pointed out that Justice Department guidelines barred him from prosecuting the president.
Under long-standing department policy, a president cannot be charged with a federal crime while he is in office. That is unconstitutional. Charging the president with a crime was therefore not an option.
On Russian interference in U.S. elections, Mueller warned, as he did in his 448-page report, of ongoing efforts by Moscow. But he also said today he was unable to prove a criminal conspiracy between the Trump campaign and Russians to influence the 2016 election.
There was insufficient evidence to charge a broader conspiracy.
The special counsel's statement comes amid a growing battle between the Trump administration and congressional Democrats who want Mueller and administration officials to testify on the investigation and other matters. Today, Mueller warned he would not say more than what is in his report.
And the report is my testimony. I would not provide information beyond that which is already public. So beyond what I've said here today, and what is contained in our written work, I do not believe it is appropriate for me to speak further about the investigation or to comment on the actions of the Justice Department or Congress.
Mueller also acknowledged he had disagreed with some of Attorney General William Barr's decisions in the release of the report.
At one point in time, I requested that certain portions of the report be released.
Instead, Barr initially released a 4-page letter saying there was no finding of conspiracy with the Russians and not enough evidence to pursue obstruction.
The evidence developed by the special counsel is not sufficient to establish that the president committed an obstruction of justice offense.
In a subsequent letter, Mueller privately complained to Barr that Barr's letter did not adequately represent his findings.
The Attorney General preferred to make the entire report public all at once, and we appreciate that the Attorney General made the report largely public, and I certainly do not question the Attorney General's good faith in that decision.
Referring again to Justice Department policy, Mueller said it is now up to Congress to pursue any legal charges against President Trump.
The opinion says that the Constitution requires a process other than the criminal justice system to formally accuse a sitting president of wrongdoing. And beyond department policy, we were guided by principles of fairness. It would be unfair to potentially accuse somebody of a crime when there can be no court resolution of the actual charge.
It was a complete and total exoneration.
President Trump has repeatedly claimed that the Mueller report cleared him of any wrongdoing. After Mueller's appearance today, Mr. Trump wrote on Twitter, quote, "Nothing changes from the Mueller report. There was insufficient evidence, and therefore in our country a person is innocent. The case is closed." White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders echoed that claim.
Why is it wrong for Congress to look into
Mueller
this?
had determined that there was a crime, he would have had a moral obligation to report it, to put that into his report. He didn't. We consider this case closed.
But from Democrats, a very different view. Jerry Nadler, chairman of the House Judiciary Committee, said Mueller clearly did not exonerate President Trump on obstruction, and he vowed to continue his committee's investigation.
With respect to impeachment question, at this point, all options are on the table, and nothing should be ruled out. Trump is lying when he says no collusion, no obstruction, and that he was exonerated. If Mueller wanted to exonerate the president from having committed a crime, he would have said so.
Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi also said that Democrats will continue to investigate, but she again stopped short of calling for impeachment.
Everybody wants justice. Everybody wants the president to be held accountable. in the most serious way, and everybody believes, I mean, I'm talking on the Democratic side, that no one is above the law, especially the President of the United States.
No question.
For his part, Mueller said today he is resigning as special counsel and returning to private life.